India operates at a relentless digital pace, a multi-trillion-dollar economy powered by the world's most advanced real-time cashless payment ecosystem. But this technological surge sits directly on top of the planet's most diverse landscape, where ancient cultural norms and hyper-modern systems exist in the same square mile. Bengaluru's skyline shows the physical scale of the explosion, modern skyscrapers rising directly out of a dense urban canopy to form global tech hubs. This environment creates a rare opportunity for geographic arbitrage. If you earn in a strong foreign currency like the euro or US dollar, you can access top-tier infrastructure with immense local purchasing power. We map cost of living against digital infrastructure. India is plotted in a nearly empty corner, extremely low costs but extremely high tech capabilities. While traditional nomad destinations cluster in the low-tech zone, India's digital grid is a statistical anomaly. But there is a catch. You pay for this low financial cost through a vigilance tax, the intense friction of navigating outside the corporate parks. To capture these games, your professional profile and timeline must align with the country's physical realities. Entry is highly digitalized. Travelers from over 165 nations can secure an e-tourist visa online, offering multiple entries for up to 5 years. Despite that flexibility, the bureaucratic trade-offs are steep. Border officials enforce rigid requirements. Your passport must have at least 2 blank pages and 6 months of validity from your arrival date. Once you land, the financial leverage is immediate. The purchasing power of the euro and USD against the Indian rupee grants massive advantages in housing and services. In major tech hubs like Pune or Hyderabad, a fully furnished and secure one-bedroom apartment typically ranges from $200 to $490 a month. High-end commercial infrastructure like the Aurobindo building shown here defines the premium zones available to those with foreign earnings. While local costs are low, senior AI research specialists and software architects at elite multinational firms command global premium salaries, starting above $4,000 monthly. However, this arbitrage is geographically limited. To access this specific lifestyle, you must base yourself strictly within heavily congested metropolitan sectors. For elite professionals, this financial leverage is a tool. It allows you to effectively buy your way out of local economic friction by isolating yourself in premium infrastructure. The backbone of this digital society is the Unified Payments Interface, or UPI. It currently processes over 40% of all real-time cashless transactions on Earth. This tech reaches down to the street level, allowing you to pay even the smallest produce vendors with a quick smartphone scan. A rich, traditional meal like this thali can be paid for instantly, costing as little as $1.60 to $5.50 in USD. The vulnerability here is absolute. Your entire purchasing power is tied to a charged smartphone and network stability. If you lose your device, you lose access to the economy. Physical density creates a secondary challenge. This railway platform shows the sheer scale of public movement, which can be overwhelming for unacclimated travelers. These crowds serve as active hubs for opportunistic crime, including pickpocketing and luggage theft on public trains. Furthermore, unverified local transport vendors frequently target tourists with aggressive overcharging scams. To maintain security and transparent pricing, travelers must rely strictly on verified ride-sharing mobile apps for all transit. A transaction takes less than a second, yet moving across town requires an hour of constant vigilance and strategic planning. India's geography creates radical climate blocks, ranging from the freezing Himalayas to scorching southern coasts. The most severe logistical threat is the heavy monsoon season, which runs from June to September. Intense downpours often flood streets and paralyze tech hub commutes, creating a visceral level of daily friction. This Gantt chart maps your operational window. The monsoon months are a logistical red zone. For remote work, the optimal window is the cool, dry winter between October and March. Traveling during this peak window means competing with maximum capacity crowds and significant price inflation across housing and travel. Massive festivals like Diwali and Holi also fall within these months, further impacting localized crowds and transit availability. These environmental constraints are a hard cap on your geographic freedom. You cannot out-earn the monsoon. You can only plan your life around it. India's high digital access and financial leverage are quantifiable, but capturing them depends on your personal tolerance for physical friction. This decision tree filters the data against your specific career goals to see if your profile matches the reality of the subcontinent. Profile 1 is the corporate expat. With a salary of $4,000 or more, you experience exceptional ROI. Your income allows you to buy out of the daily friction. Profile 2 is the Geo-Arbitrage digital nomad. This works only if you have high situational awareness and the flexibility to migrate when the weather shifts. Profile 3 is the inflexible traveler. If you require predictable environments and low sensory input, the vigilance tax will drain you before the financial savings ever kick in. Where does your career stage sit on this matrix? Is the digital acceleration worth the daily cost of vigilance? Beyond the data, India offers moments of profound cultural reflection, like these clay lamps floating down the Ganges River at dusk. Share your thoughts in the comments. Next stop, we analyze the data on Indonesia's volcanic archipelago. Subscribe to stay real. Geographic arbitrage isn't just a budget for your wallet, it's a budget for your sanity.